Pollution is actually a very serious, invisible form of pollution. A lot of us don't really think about it, but our nervous systems are set up to be alert and to be responsive to especially kind of deep sounds, deep motor sounds that could sound like a growling animal. Even when we're asleep and an airplane flies overhead or a truck rumbles outside our windows, our body actually releases more stress hormone, starts to wake up a little bit, gets ready to alert us to a danger. We may not consciously notice this because we think we're still asleep, but if you actually put monitors on people's bodies to measure their blood pressure and things like that, there is a stress response that happens in the body. And so people who actually live under the flight path of an airport or live on noisy streets do have more sort of micro stresses throughout the day and throughout the night that translate into more cardiovascular risk. They're at greater risk for things like stroke and heart attack, as well as other diseases. So many of us who live in cities do, and everywhere now, wear our headphones, we wear our AirPods, we're listening to our own personal soundscape, if you will. Many people would rather listen to music than hearing the garbage trucks. But it turns out that when we do this, we're actually diminishing our natural ability to hear sounds in nature. We become less good at hearing birdsong, for example. And the same is true of our sense of smell. Humans, since we moved into cities, we have lost a lot of our ability to smell subtle smells as we've spent more time in cities. So it's kind of interesting in a way that moving indoors has in a way made us less human, less good at some of the things that our bodies used to be better at. And so I think there's a challenge of how do we find nature in cities, and how do we start to turn on those senses again, because that sensory experience is really linked to feelings of well-being and happiness.